it's true. I don't know, but I like it, he says, pausing for a moment. It's probably a catharsis. Isn't that what the Greeks talk about? It's all about catharsis. You project into the screen, into the characters. Yeah, I think it's true. I really do. Then he turns it around on me. Now, let me ask you a question. You loved Scream as a teenager, right? Why? It takes me a second. Partially because no one has ever asked me that so bluntly, but mostly because I don't want to come off like an idiot to John Carpenter. As if that ship hadn't already sailed when I told him that before our Zoom, I rewatched Halloween in broad daylight because I was by myself and have an overactive imagination. I start with the easiest answer. I've always been good at solving whodunits, but Scream surprised me. Then I get a little more honest. When Ghostface killed Casey Becker, it was shocking, not just surprising. And it tapped into the fear of being a teenage girl home alone. Because you're not afraid of being alone, right? You're afraid you're not alone. If you're alone, nothing can happen to you. If there is another person who wishes you harm, that's truly scary. Especially when it's someone you know and trust. It honestly probably would have been too much for me, I tell him. Except that it was funny, too. Scream wasn't just trying to scare you. It was also trying to make you laugh. That's where Carpenter stops me. See, you don't need me. I'm serious. Put that into the book. Put your soul in there. Put what you love about it in there. And it'll show. Everybody will dig it.
Chapter 1. Rewriting Horror. Scream is a love letter to scary movies, written by a disenchanted admirer who knew that the genre wasn't living up to its potential. Seeing Halloween as a kid was a defining moment for Kevin Williamson. So when he made it to Hollywood, he took horror into his own hands. Determined to recreate that feeling, Williamson poured his frustration and passion onto the page. The result was not just a great slasher, but something truly iconic. Scream not only changed his life and career, but altered the trajectory of the horror genre. In retrospect, it's hard to imagine that anyone was surprised by its impact. But the movie that is now a global phenomenon and has sparked a billion-dollar franchise started as a low-budget project from a fledgling studio that was written by a novice and starred a mostly unknown cast, and no one who was involved, even the most optimistic among them, had any idea they were about to become part of the zeitgeist. Least of all Williamson, who was a struggling screenwriter back in 1995. He'd already sold a script, sure, but it was languishing in development hell, and he was broke. I had sold Killing Mrs. Tingle to Interscope with Joe Dante attached to direct, recalls Williamson, who took a job as a personal assistant to a director to make ends meet. It was a very, very little option. I think it was $75,000, which sounds like a lot of money, but I was about $100,000 in debt. It was so sad because I thought I had made it, and no, I had not made it. I was in West Hollywood in a rent-controlled apartment for $650 a month, and it got hard to pay that bill, believe it or not. Determined to make it as a writer, Williamson went back to the drawing board. I was trying to come up with another movie to write because Tingle wasn't getting made, he says. No one was making good horror movies, so I wrote the movie I wanted to see. That movie was Scream, an unexpected and updated take on slasher flicks that simultaneously celebrated and satirized the films that came before it. How Williamson wrote the genre-bending film has become lore over the decades.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.